Yes, so in today's lecture we'll just try to apply the concepts developed in last lecture to the capacitor especially. तो कैपेसिटर के ऊपर हम ये कंसेप्ट अप्लाई करने के लिए ट्राई करेंगे. लेट अस स्टार्ट. ओके. Okay, I hope you can see this board. So see here, what happens is, if suppose we have already seen last time that if suppose there is a spherical charge conductor like this, and there is another spherical charge conductor here like this, and suppose they are placed with or provided with the charges q1 and q2 suppose, and their radii are just different. The first one is having the radius of r1 and the second one is having the radius of r2. Maybe r1 greater than r2, r1 less than r2, everything is possible, anything is possible, no doubt. But what is deciding factor here is if v1 we calculate it as v1 is equal to k, that is the 1/4 pi epsilon naught into q1 upon r1. This is the potential of the first sphere, and v2 is going to be the k into q2 upon r2, which is the potential of the second sphere. So if v1 and v2 we have to be compared. So q1 upon r1 ये जो रेशियो है वो लेस देन, ग्रेटर देन और इक्वल टू जो भी है, तो उसके हिसाब से यहाँ पे हमको ये मिलता है कि the charge will flow either from 1 to 2 when they are connected, or 2 to 1, or will not flow at all. It depends actually whether q1 upon r1 is greater than q2 upon r2, or q1 upon r1 is less than q2 upon r2, or they are equal here. तो ये तीन कंडीशंस या तीन पॉसिबिलिटीज हमको मिलते हैं. अभी इनके ऊपर बेस्ड डिपेंडिंग, और हमने ये भी देखा था ऑलरेडी कि whenever these two spheres are just connected by a single wire, what happens is there is a redistribution of the charges, and q1 dash and q2 dash is going to be the new charges, and these charges are such that these charges will be like q1 upon q1 dash upon q2 dash will actually be r1 upon r2. That means the charges are getting distributed in the proportion of their radius. तो उनकी रेडियस के प्रोपोर्शन में वो चार्जेस डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होते हैं, और उसकी वजह से ही हमको ये टोटल चार्ज जो है q1 प्लस q2 जो है वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होने के बाद जो नया चार्ज हमको मिलता है q1 डैश, वो निकालने के लिए एक फॉर्मूला मिल जाता है जो कि r1 अपॉन r1 प्लस r2 into q1 plus q2, that is the total charge, and q2 dash, that is the charge on the second sphere after distribution, can be obtained to be simply equal to r2 upon r1 plus r2 into the total charge, that is q1 plus q2, no doubt. So these are the formulae to be derived in this session, last lectures. Okay, now we'll just move further to the concept of capacity. Okay, what is capacity here? See here, capacity is actually defined as the ratio of the charge to potential of that substance. कोई भी बॉडी के ऊपर जब हम चार्ज रखते हैं तो उसकी वजह से उसका पोटेंशियल बढ़ता है, और कैपेसिटी इज डिफाइंड एज द रेशियो ऑफ चार्ज टू पोटेंशियल। ये तुमको ऑलरेडी थियरी में पता ही है, ऑलरेडी रेगुलर में हमने ये किया ही है, ठीक है। बट इफ यू जस्ट वांट टू फाइंड आउट द कैपेसिटी ऑफ अ स्फेरिकल कंडेंसर और स्फेरिकल कंडक्टर सपोज, तो उसके लिए हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा, देखो ठीक से। तो इसका जो पोटेंशियल है, when q charge is kept on this sphere, its potential is given by the formula 1 upon 4 pi into epsilon naught, and that is multiplied with q by r, where r is going to be the radius of the sphere. okay, तो ये समझो रेडियस उसका है r। तो यहाँ पे ये फॉर्मूला हमको मिलता है पोटेंशियल के लिए, potential at the surface of this charge. okay, but if we just try to find out the ratio of potential and charge, then we can just be able to get that this 4 pi epsilon naught and r can be transferred in that side, and q upon v will be left in this side here, so that we can just be able to get that this q by v is nothing but only the capacity. So this becomes equal to 4 pi epsilon naught into r, so that we can just get this formula for capacity of a spherical charged conductor to be simply equal to 4 pi epsilon naught into r. And actually we already know that the formula for the value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, if you remember, the 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is nothing but 9 into 10 raised to 9, correct hai? And hence if we just write the value of 4 pi epsilon naught only, तो 4 pi epsilon naught का वैल्यू क्या बनेगा एक्चुअली 1 upon 9 into 10 raised to 9 इतना बनेगा। और अगर ये वैल्यू 4 pi epsilon naught का हम यहाँ पे रख देते हैं, तो हमको स्पेरिकल चार्ज कंडक्टर का कैपेसिटी का नया फॉर्मूला मिल जाता है, जो कि C इज इक्वल टू, सो यहाँ पे हम लिख सकते हैं R डिवाइडेड बाय 9 into 10 raised to 9 इतना। सोचो ठीक से यहाँ पे, तो R divided by 9 into 10 raised to 9, this is going to be the formula for capacity of this parallel or capacity of a spherical charged conductor, remember. So for example, if you want to find out the capacity of earth as a whole, पूरे earth का अगर हमको capacity ढूंढ के निकालना है, तो we can say capacity of earth will actually be equal to the radius of earth upon 9 into 10 raised to 9 farad, and radius of earth we already know that it is 6400 kilometer. Don't forget to convert this kilometer into meter by multiplying it by 10 raised to 3, and that is to be 10 divided by 9 into 10 raised to 9 as it is. And then we can just be able to express this as 64 into 10 raised to 5 upon 9 into 10 raised to 9, so that we can just write this as 9 ones are 9 sevens are, you can just say 7 point suppose 01 बनता है, 7.01 मतलब 7 ही हो गया almost, and that is multiplied by 10 raised to minus 4, remember, so 10 raised to minus 4 farad. If you just want to express it in terms of millifarad, okay, अगर इसको हमको millifarad में express करना है, तो you can just say that it will be 0.7 millifarad, remember. तो सोचो, और अगर सपोज हमको उसको माइक्रोफैरड में एक्सप्रेस करना है, तो we can just express it as 700 microfarad. So see here, this is the capacity of earth. If we consider it as a conductor, charged conductor, then its capacity happens to be this much in this way. So from this only we can just understand that the capacity of any conductor, spherical conductor, doesn't depend on the charge and potential difference actually, but it depends only on the radius of that conductor, remember. तो ये जो है कैपेसिटी उसके रेडियस पे डिपेंड करता है, तो ये एक बात हमको समझनी है। इसके आगे हम ये देखते हैं कि देखो सपोज yes, we need to consider about the potential also, just like we always considered last time about the intensity, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी के बारे में हमने काफी डिस्कशन किया था। तो अभी आज के लेक्चर में हम थोड़ा पोटेंशियल के बारे में डिस्कशन करेंगे ताकि हमको कैपेसिटी निकालने में आसानी हो जाए। देखो, लेट अस कंसीडर फर्स्ट द पोटेंशियल ड्यू टू अ पॉइंट चार्ज एट सम डिस्टेंस आर फ्रॉम इट। सपोज ये हमारे पास एक पॉइंट चार्ज है और यहाँ से एक पर्टिकुलर डिस्टेंस पे, मतलब आर इतने डिस्टेंस पे सपोज एक पॉइंट हम ले लेते हैं और वहां पे अगर सपोज हमको पोटेंशियल ढूंढ के निकालना है तो उसके लिए जैसा कि हम जानते हैं पोटेंशियल का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है। पोटेंशियल एट एनी पॉइंट इज एक्चुअली द वर्क डन पर यूनिट चार्ज kept at that point, or work done in order to bring the unit positive test charge from infinity to this point P। तो इस पॉइंट P पे इंफिनिटी से कोई चार्ज लेके आने के लिए जितना भी वर्क डन करना पड़ता है तो उसको हम बोल सकते हैं द पोटेंशियल एट दैट पॉइंट। ओके, so if suppose this Q is the central charge and at point P, that is at a distance r from it, the work done के लिए फॉर्मूला क्या बनता है हमको पता है ऑलरेडी कि this work done is against the electric force which is applied by Coulomb's law, which is given by Coulomb's law. So we can just find out that work done by using the formula force into displacement, and that is to be integrated from infinity to the final destination point, that is r. Then we can just be able to get, or just we can just say that if we just find this work done from r1 to r2, so that is also possible. तो r1 से लेके r2 तक इस पार्टिकल को लेके जाने के लिए जो वर्क डन हमको करना पड़ता है तो वो निकालने के लिए हमारे पास जो फॉर्मूला रहेगा वो इस तरह से हम डिराइव कर सकते हैं। फोर्स के लिए हम डाल सकते हैं उसका जो k इंटू क्यू अपॉन आर स्क्वायर into dr, and this is also minus just because the work done is opposite to the force exerted by this charge, and that's why if we just integrate it from r1 to r2, then we'll be able to get this as k into q can be taken out because it's constant, and only minus 1 upon r square dr will be left inside, and that is also from r1 to r2 as it is, and then we can just be able to get that kq will be left as it is, and here minus 1 upon r square का integration जो हमको मिलता है minus 1 upon r only, and that is from r1 to r2, so that if we just simplify this further, then we can get this work done to be finally equal to not minus 1 upon r, but it will just be simply 1 upon r. Okay, and hence we can just get that k into q into 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2 is going to be the work done in order to bring any test charge from, okay, ये टेस्ट चार्ज जो है उसके ऊपर अगर क्यू नॉट इतना चार्ज है तो उसका चार्ज भी हमको कंसीडर करना पड़ेगा। So we can just have this test charge to be considered here, and hence it will be appear here also in this formula. So this is the work done, but if we just put this work done here in this place, then we can just be able to get the potential difference between the 2 points. So the potential difference between the 2 points, v1 minus v2 minus v1, to be simply equal to w के बदले हम डाल सकते हैं ये वैल्यू k into q naught into capital Q into 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2, and that is to be divided by q naught simply, so that this q naught gets cancelled and we'll be left with simply kq into 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2. So this is the formula for potential difference between the 2 points in the electric field produced due to a single charge kq into 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2. But as we can see, if we just set this r2 to be simply infinity, because we want to bring the charge from infinity to the point r, then we can just be able to get the potential at point P to be simply equal to k into q into 1 upon r1, that is r minus 1 upon infinity. which is going to be 0. So we can get the final value of potential due to point charge to be simply equal to K into Q upon R. Remember, this is the formula for finding the potential due to a single point charge at a certain distance R from its center. Okay. But now we can just discuss now about the spheres. तो स्पीयर के बारे में अगर हम डिस्कस करते हैं, consider a sphere. Yes, and suppose that the charge Q is placed on this sphere, and suppose this sphere is having the radius R. ये suppose R इसका इतना radius है. ठीक है, तो इसके सरफेस पे बाहर और अंदर कितना पोटेंशियल होता है वो हमको सपोज ढूंढ के निकालना है. सो लेट अस कंसीडर द पॉइंट P which is at a distance R from its center. ओके, यहाँ से सेंटर से R इतने डिस्टेंस पे ये पॉइंट सपोज है स्मॉल r. ठीक है, तो इस स्मॉल r डिस्टेंस पे जो पॉइंट रहेगा P पॉइंट सपोज है, तो वहाँ पे पोटेंशियल कितना बनता है, तो वो ढूंढ के निकालने के लिए उसमें भी 3 केसेस हम बना सकते हैं. जैसे कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के बारे में हमने बनाए थे, तो उसमें सबसे पहला केस आएगा जो कि फॉर द पॉइंट्स आउटसाइड द स्फीयर, दैट इज फॉर r is going to be greater than capital R. That means the distance of the point P from the center is going to be greater than the radius of the sphere itself. Okay, then we can just get the formula for this to be simply K into Q upon R. ये formula हमको मिलेगा. And if you want to find out the potential, electric potential at a surface of the sphere, that means for small r is equal to capital R, then we can just be able to get this as K into Q upon capital R simply. And for all the points which are inside the sphere, inside, since there is no electric field in the interior, the electric potential will remain constant in the interior and it will not change at all, and hence you can just say that this K into Q upon R will be the same formula for all the points inside. But this will happen only for a conducting sphere. Remember, conducting sphere, ये हमको यहाँ पे याद रखना है अच्छी तरह से. देखो, we can just type it here. Okay, so this is the heading. We can just say the electric potential due to conducting, and obviously अभी ये देखो conducting है, तो उस केस में it doesn't matter whether it is solid or it is hollow. Okay, just as we have just talked about in last lecture also, that whenever the sphere is conducting, it doesn't matter whether it is solid or hollow, just because even if it is solid or even if it is hollow, the charge is going to spread over the surface only. तो अगर वो conducting sphere है, तो उसके ऊपर जब हम चार्ज रखेंगे तो वो चार्ज हमेशा उसके सरफेस पे ही रहने वाला है. इसलिए इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि वो स्फीयर कंडक्टिंग होने से कि वो हॉलो है या सॉलिड है. भले वो हॉलो भी रहेगा तभी भी चार्ज सरफेस पे रहेगा, अगर वो सॉलिड भी रहेगा तभी भी चार्ज सरफेस पे ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होगा. नो चार्ज विल बी देयर इन द इंटीरियर, एंड दैट्स व्हाई देयर इज नो डिफरेंस बिटवीन सॉलिड एंड हॉलो स्फीयर इन केस ऑफ कंडक्टिंग वन. ओके, कंडक्टिंग स्फीयर के बारे में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं होता है बिल्कुल. लेकिन अगर हम यहाँ पे इंसुलेटिंग स्फीयर के बारे में अगर बात करते हैं, देखो ठीक से अभी ये हमको समझना अच्छी तरह से. इफ सपोज वी जस्ट टॉक अबाउट insulating sphere, so just draw this another heading and just change it from conducting to insulating suppose. तो यहाँ पे conducting के बदले अगर हम insulating अगर डाल देते हैं, yes, so in that case again if it is hollow then it is just equivalent to the this one only. ये जो है इसके बराबर ही वो बन जाता है बिल्कुल. लेकिन अगर वो solid है, solid conducting sphere, that is we have to mention it here. So in that case only we can just get another result. It should be solid. Then only we can just get another result, and we can now just draw the sphere in this way here. ये suppose हमारे पास एक insulating charge sphere है. Suppose charge Q is just placed on its, not only on its surface, but even this charge will just enter into interior of this surface of the sphere. Okay, तो ये sphere insulating होने की वजह से चार्ज जो है वो सिर्फ उसके सरफेस पे नहीं बल्कि अंदर भी रहेगा, इंटीरियर वाले पार्ट्स में भी रहेगा जरूर. और इसी वजह से हम ये देख सकते हैं कि उसका रिजल्ट जो है वो हमको अलग मिलेगा. तो देखो ठीक से, इफ वी जस्ट कंसीडर द पॉइंट P at a very large distance R, this point P may be at a surface or it may be inside also. Let us consider the three cases once again here. So the electric potential at a points which are at a large distance from the center, for which this small r is going to be greater than this capital R. ये small r है और ये capital R है. Capital R मतलब distance radius of this sphere. Okay, तो इसलिए अगर small r capital R से बड़ा है तो उस केस में उस point के लिए the whole charge on the sphere will just behave as if it is present at its center. That means point charge के जैसा ही वो behave करेगा. So the formula is going to be the same, no doubt. So K into Q upon small r. This is going to be the formula for finding the potential at a point which is at a very large distance from the center of this sphere, no doubt. And for the on the sphere, it is again the same thing. That is KQ upon capital R. That is the formula for finding the potential at a point which is on the surface of the sphere, no doubt. That means small r is going to be same as capital R. But the main thing to discuss here is just about the when the sphere the point is in the interior. Okay, अगर ये point P जो है वो अगर interior में आ जाता है, if this point P is there in the inside, that means some small r is going to be less than this capital R. Then how we are going to find out the potential at that point? We have to discuss about. यही हमको डिस्कस करना है यहाँ पे. So let us see this on the new screen, and whatever is the result will be replaced back here. यहाँ पे याद रखो हमको यहाँ पे डायरेक्ट रिजल्ट रिप्लेस करना है जो कि नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन पे डिराइव किया जाएगा. ओके, तो हम देख सकते हैं नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन विल बी yes. So you have to derive the expression for the potential in the interior of a spherical insulating charged conductor. So consider this charged conductor and it is filled up with the charge okay. So positive charge is just kept in the interior of the sphere. स्फीयर के अंदर में भी पॉजिटिव चार्ज है. तो अभी इस केस में क्या होगा कि हमको उसका ना कि सरफेस चार्ज डेंसिटी बल्कि यूनिफॉर्म वॉल्यूम चार्ज डेंसिटी कंसीडर करना पड़ेगा. दैट मींस चार्ज पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम हैज टू बी कंसीडर्ड हियर. रिमेंबर, तो चार्ज पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम को कंसीडर करना पड़ेगा. लेट अस कंसीडर दैट the charge per unit volume of the sphere is going to be rho. Okay, rho is the charge per unit volume. So we can just consider that this rho to be simply equal to the total charge Q kept on the sphere upon the density of this volume of the sphere, which is going to be 4 by 3 into pi r cube, where capital R stands for the radius of the sphere. Okay, and now suppose we want to find out the electric potential at a point at a distance of small r or at this sphere. ये जो पॉइंट है इसके ऊपर हमको यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल ढूंढ के निकालना है. let us zoom it slightly. Okay, so suppose that this is the point P at which the electric potential is to be found out, no doubt. But in order to find out the electric potential at point P, what we will do is we'll just imagine another sphere of the same type here, whose radius is going to be small r now, जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं यहाँ पे ये जो P का O से जो डिस्टेंस है उसको अगर हम बोल देते हैं स्मॉल r सपोज, and capital R is going to be the radius of the whole sphere, no doubt. तो ये जो पूरा स्फीयर का जो रेडियस है वो अलग है, उसको हमने कैपिटल R बोल के रखा है. This is actually capital R, you can say. But the radius of this small sphere or radius of the point P or the distance of the point P from the sphere will be smaller, and we'll have to imagine another sphere on the surface of which this point P is going to be there. So consider that sphere like this. Okay, एक concentric sphere हमने यहाँ पे imagine किया है, इसके सेंटर पे ये पॉइंट, इसके सरफेस पे ये पॉइंट P रहने वाला है. Okay, so this is the sphere on the surface of which this point P is going to be there. Yes. Okay. So now we can just consider, I will try to find out the potential at point P here due to this charge. Okay. उसके लिए हमको ये समझना होगा कि यस, जैसा कि हमने इलेक्ट्रिक इंटेंसिटी तो निकाला था अंदर की तरफ, इसमें हम दो तरीके से उसको अप्रोच कर सकते हैं, पता है. देखो, we can just approach it by two methods. One is the first method will be one in which we can just try to find out the work done to bring a positive unit positive discharge from infinity to the point R here. And in the second method, we'll just use the relationship between electric intensity and electric potential. Okay, so let us do it by both of the methods. And इसका reason यही है कि not only the methods but the technique in which we'll develop in these methods will also to be used. तो ये जो टेक्निक है वो भी आपको सीखना है, सिर्फ लास्ट रिजल्ट काम का नहीं है. लास्ट रिजल्ट तो नो डाउट काम का है ही, हमको उसको याद रखना ही है बिल्कुल, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ हमको ये टेक्निक भी सीखनी है, ठीक है, जो कि यहाँ पे इस रिजल्ट को डिराइव करने के लिए हम यूज करने वाले हैं. ओके, सो लेट अस कंसीडर. अभी देखो पोटेंशियल होता क्या है, सबसे पहले मुझे बताओ. पोटेंशियल इज गोइंग टू बी द वर्क डन टू ब्रिंग अ यूनिट पॉजिटिव डिस्चार्ज फ्रॉम इंफिनिटी टू एनी पॉइंट इन द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. ओके, और ये भी हमने ऑलरेडी देखा है कि इलेक्ट्रिक इंटेंसिटी इन द इंटीरियर of the charge sphere, insulating charge sphere is given by the formula EI. You can say inside का जो इलेक्ट्रिक इंटेंसिटी होता है, तो उसके लिए हमने लास्ट टाइम फॉर्मूला डिराइव किया था, याद होगा आपको, K into Q into small r upon capital R square. This is the formula for finding the electric intensity at a point inside the sphere. Okay, and for the outside के लिए क्या फॉर्मूला होता है, तो वो तो आपको ऑलरेडी पता है. आउटसाइड के लिए होता है K into Q upon R square simply. Okay, तो अभी जब हम ये यहाँ पे वर्क डन फाइंड करेंगे, वर्क डन in order to bring a unit positive discharge from infinity to any point P here in the electric field. इस P point पे अगर किसी भी चार्ज को, यूनिट चार्ज को अगर हमको लेके आना है, तो जब हम यहाँ से लेके आएंगे तो पहले तो हमको आउटसाइड वाले इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को अपोज करना पड़ेगा, अगेंस्ट काम करना पड़ेगा, और जैसे हम यहाँ पे क्रॉस करेंगे अंदर, तो उसके बाद इनसाइड वाले इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को हमको ओवरकम करना पड़ेगा. तो इसलिए दिस इंटीग्रल कैन बी स्प्लिट अप इन टू पार्ट्स हियर, or we can just say that the work done in order to bring the unit charge from infinity to the point can be obtained in two parts the first part will be from infinity to surface, capital R we can say, and then plus the work done to bring the charge unit charge from surface to indented point P here, that is small r distance here. Okay, तो ये हमको समझना है. These are the two parts in which the work can be done, and that will give us the total work done actually. So the total work done can be obtained to be the integration of F into dr from infinity to small r only, capital R only. तो इंफिनिटी से लेके कैपिटल आर तक हमको ये वर्क डन करना होगा, और फिर फाइनली यहाँ पे इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ f into dr once again, and that is from capital R to small r also. ये भी हमको इसमें ऐड करना होगा. चलो ठीक है. So if we just take work it out. अब इसमें से ये वाला जो पार्ट है वो तो पोटेंशियल एट सरफेस हो गया, and potential at surface already we have just found it out to be simply k into q upon capital R. ये हमारा potential at surface हो गया बिल्कुल. But if we just talk about this part here, then will be, and just जैसे हम यहाँ पे अंदर के तरफ एंटर करते हैं तो वहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जो है वो ये वाला स्टार्ट हो जाता है, और इस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को हमको भी अपोज करना पड़ेगा. इसलिए हमको यहाँ पे फोर्स के बदले चार्ज इनटू इंटेंसिटी, इसके अंदर इंटेंसिटी का ये वाला फॉर्मूला यूज करना पड़ेगा. अभी चार्ज तो चलो यूनिट है, 1 कूलम है, इसलिए उसको लिखने की भी जरूरत नहीं रहेगी. एंड इस कैपिटल R टू स्मॉल r एज इट इज, एंड हियर इट विल बी माइनस ऑफ, माइनस क्यों, क्योंकि द वर्क इज डन बाय द अपोजिंग फोर्स. वर्क डन जो हो रहा है उसमें डिस्प्लेसमेंट अपोजिट है to the intensity. The intensity is going to be in the outward direction, whereas we are going to move the particle in the inward direction, and that's why the work done will be negative. So minus of this f matlab charge into intensity, where charge is 1 coulomb and intensity is going to be this, which is to be replaced here. So we can just get this as k into q into small r upon capital R square, and that is to be multiplied with dr as it is. And then we'll just, if we just solve this further, then we can be able to get that k into q upon capital R minus sign out, and kq upon capital R square is going to be a constant. So this kq upon R square is totally constant, and only r into dr will be left inside. Okay, and just if we just try to solve this further, then we can just get in the next step that w is equal to k into q upon capital R as it is, minus, here it is k q upon R square kept as it is, and what is this smaller dr, integration of smaller dr from capital R to smaller is, जैसे x dx का इंटीग्रेशन क्या होता है हमको पता है ऑलरेडी, it happens to be x square by 2. So here it also you can just get it as r square by 2, no doubt. But don't forget that this is to be integrated from capital R to small r here, and then we can be able to get the next step, that is k into q upon capital R minus k into q upon capital R square into ब्रैकेट में यहाँ पे अगर स्मॉल r डाल देंगे तो यहाँ पे हमको मिलेगा स्मॉल r square by 2 माइनस कैपिटल R डाल देंगे तो हमको मिलेगा कैपिटल R square by 2, no doubt. And now if you just open the terms, then we can just be able to get that kq upon capital R minus, if you just open this term, then we can be able to get that kq, नहीं तो कॉमन ले सकते हैं आराम से, just forget about it. Just open the terms, and kq R square by 2 R square as it is, and here it will be minus of minus plus, and we will get this as kq upon R square into capital R square upon 2, no doubt. And here is the case where we can just see that this R square will get cancelled, and what will be left inside in the next step is, so it becomes kq upon R minus So some mistake has been done for right. Yeah, right. Actually, intensity in the interior part is given by the formula actually kq upon r cube. Yes, into smaller, right? If you remember, you can just check out. This should be r cube actually. So we can just get this as r cube left here. जिसके कारण यहाँ पे जब हम ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे ना, ओपन करेंगे ब्रैकेट, तो यहाँ पे r क्यूब रहेगा और यहाँ पे भी r क्यूब रहेगा. तो इसमें से लेकिन एक r जो है वो कैंसिल हो गया, मतलब r स्क्वायर कैंसिल हो गया, तो एक r बचा रहेगा. इसलिए हमको मिलेगा नेक्स्ट स्टेप में दिस टर्म एज इट इज. हियर इट विल बी k क्यूब into r square upon 2r cube kept as it is, and here it will be plus, simply it becomes k cube upon 2r, right? Yes, and then we will be able to get this simplified further. Okay, तो इसको अगर हम आगे सॉल्व करेंगे तो ये देखो, ये वाला टर्म और ये वाला टर्म बिल्कुल सेम ही है, मतलब सिर्फ 2 का ही डिफरेंस है वहां पे. तो इसको अगर हम ऐड कर देंगे तो यहाँ पे 2 से हमको मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा, इससे एलसीएम 2r आ जाएगा और हमको मिलेगा 2k³ प्लस k³ मतलब ये बनेगा 3 टाइम्स ऑफ k³ अपॉन r, and minus this term will be left as it is, which is going to be k³ upon 2r cube into small r square, and this is actually going to be the formula for getting the potential at a point which is in the interior at a distance smaller from the center. Okay, so as this smaller will vary, only smaller is variable here. So जैसे ये smaller vary होगा तो उसके हिसाब से यहाँ पे हमको पोटेंशियल भी अलग अलग मिलेगा। इस फॉर्मूला को अगर तुमको और सिंप्लीफाइड फॉर्म में अगर एक्सप्रेस करना है तो इसको आर स्क्वायर से मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड कर दो, is multiplied and divided by r square, 2r square, in fact 2r square से, yes, अगर 2r square से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे तो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 3, यहाँ पे 2 आना चाहिए ना, नो डाउट, क्योंकि इसको जब हम ऐड करेंगे इसके साथ तो एलसीएम तो 2r ही आएगा ना, तो वो 2r तो वैसे ही रहेगा बिल्कुल। ओके, सो सिंपली r स्क्वायर से हमको यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा। So if we do that, then we can be able to get that kq 3kq into r square upon, here it is 2r cube, r square से हमने मल्टीप्लाई किया और डिवाइड किया, और यहाँ पे भी हम देख सकते हैं kq into r square upon 2 times of r cube kept as it is, and then we'll be able to get the potential finally. If you just take 2r cube common from both of the terms, and even kq also can be taken common from the 2 terms, and what we left inside is, so see, k cube upon 2r cube is going to get common, and we are left inside 3 into capital R square minus small r square. So this is the formula for finding the potential at the center. Remember, potential at the center of a charged insulating sphere, which will just replace it here. यहाँ पे हम रिप्लेस करेंगे इसको, तो बनेगा k q upon 2r cube into 3r square minus small r square. This is the formula for the finding the potential at the point interior, in the interior of this charge sphere. And if you want to find out the potential at the center, C, VC we can say, just put r equal to 0 in this formula here. And what we are left with is simply r square get cancelled, and we'll be left with simply 3 by 2 times of kq upon r. But as we already know that this kq upon r is going to be the potential at surface, so we can just prove that the potential at center is always equal to 3 by 2 times of the potential at surface. Remember, this is also an important result in case of the potentials due to the spherical charge conductors. Remember, तो ये दोनों जो टेबल है वो भी अगर अच्छी तरह से याद रख लो तो भी बहुत हो गया। देखो ये पूरा जो समराइज्ड फॉर्म है, दिस इज फॉर कंडक्टिंग स्फीयर एंड दिस इज फॉर इंसुलेटिंग स्फीयर। तो ये भी अगर ठीक से लर्न करके रखो तो भी बहुत सारे एमसीक्यूज जो है वो इसके ऊपर बेस्ड है, वी कैन सॉल्व इमीडिएटली। एंड दिस फॉर्मूला आल्सो, ये जो फॉर्मूला है तो वो भी तुमको याद रखना है सीधा। Okay, so let us stop this lecture here. Thank you all of you.